We started this video with a challenge unlike anything you have ever seen, because today we are going to explore the craziest underground homes ever built, starting with the cheapest and working our way all the way up to $1 billion underground facility. The goal is to see what $1 can get you versus what happens when governments and billionaires go all in on survival bunkers. This is going to get insane, so let's start at the very bottom. For $1, we got access to a buried shipping container that is supposed to function as a bunker. The problem is, the entire thing already looks like it survived an explosion. The walls are bent, the paint is peeling, and it feels unsafe to even stand inside. There is no food, no ventilation, and no actual way to survive here long term. If this is your survival plan, you are already done. Now let's take a huge leap to the $1 million bunker, which is actually a converted underground missile silo. Right when you walk in, you notice the massive 7,000-pound door that locks you away from the outside world. Inside, the floor itself is suspended on giant springs designed to absorb shock from attacks or earthquakes. This place has been transformed into a fully functioning underground house. It has a kitchen, a living space, and even a private club where people can relax. But the wildest part is a hidden section that still contains the actual nuclear silo. You could live here in serious comfort while knowing you are inside a former Cold War weapon. For $3 million, we head into the backyard of an inventor who has built one of the strangest bunkers you will ever see. The walls are a meter thick with concrete and it feels like a fortress. But what makes this bunker stand out is that it doubles as a museum for dangerous inventions. There is a backpack flamethrower, a wrist-mounted rocket launcher, and even a machine gun with a chainsaw attached. He has built a cannon that can turn anything into ammo, and a terrifying spinning belt of knives. This bunker is less about hiding and more about defending yourself from whatever comes your way. Next up, for $5 million, is a presidential bunker built for John F. Kennedy. This one is less about technology and more about history. You walk through and realize it is simple, and even a little run down compared to the others, but the value comes from its significance. The fact that a sitting president once used this space for safety makes it priceless in a way that has nothing to do with luxury. But when we jump to the $30 million bunker, everything changes. This is not a room underground. This is an entire 15-story skyscraper hidden beneath the earth. 75 people could live here for years without ever leaving. There are armor-plated steel doors, sniper nests, and round-the-clock security. You find a hospital, a dentist office, a pharmacy, and even a jail. The apartments are fully furnished luxury homes. There is a grocery store stocked with supplies and a hydroponics farm growing fresh food forever. They even have a pool, a gym, and a rock-climbing wall. This is survival mixed with luxury living. Then comes the $50 million bunker, which takes the idea of survival to an entirely new level. On the surface, it looks like a regular house, but when you step inside and ride the elevator down, you enter an underground world that feels exactly like the outside. There are palm trees, artificial grass, and windows that simulate the sky. It feels like you are living in a normal home rather than a bunker. There is a full kitchen, a private pool, and even a hidden escape room. The design is about keeping your mind calm during years of confinement by making you feel like nothing has changed. Finally, we arrive at the $1 billion nuclear bunker, the Cheyenne Mountain Space Force Station. This is the ultimate underground home built 2,000 feet into solid granite. It can survive direct hits from the most destructive weapons ever created. The doors are nuclear bomb-proof, and the entire base is literally floating on springs to absorb shockwaves. Inside it is basically an underground city. There is the NORAD command deck monitoring threats across the world. There are gyms, grocery stores, even a Subway restaurant, and a fire station with its own roads. This place is built to protect not just people, but an entire nation. From a $1 shipping container that is barely standing to a $1 billion underground fortress that could save humanity, this journey shows how survival changes with money. Some are about history, some are about defense, and some are about luxury. But in the end, nothing compares to the scale of the billion-dollar bunker. And that is why today we just explored the most extreme underground homes on the planet.